All right, we're here. All right, 1 ball, no strikes to Alec Bohm, and the pitch is outside for ball 2. Sorry we're a little bit late. Did some other things today, and lost track of time. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch. This one's grounded foul. All right. Can you guys hear me? You guys hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Pacer says, let's go. 2-1. That's in there at the knees for a strike. What's up, Peso? How are you, my friend? What? Why did that happen? 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. Where is my light? Where's my remote for the light? Now I see it. It's over there. Okay. Good. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball off the glove of Dansby Swanson now to left field. And Alec Bohm gets on with a base hit. That was a rocket. Well, we can turn that down. Good. The thing was just absolutely scorched. And Swanson, who's a very good defensive shortstop, usually makes that play. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icons, folks. So Bohm gets on with a 2-out single. Phillies are taking on the Chicago Cubs in Game 2 of this 3-game series. They will wrap things up tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. Here comes Nick Castellanos, who was 3 for 5 in last night's game and did score a run. The pitch to Casty, line drive, another base hit out to left field, and Bohm's going to stop at second. And the Phillies have some pressure on the base pads with 2 outs here. The fact that that's not. Okay. Good to know. I thought maybe that would fix it. Let's play that again. Okay, good. So Casty's aboard, 2 runners on, and 2 outs. And now Bryson Stott's up, and he takes a curveball that's in there for a strike. What's up, chat? The ball is 1 strike. Don't forget to turn on your bell icons, guys. We went live for like an hour and a half of a post-game show yesterday, and that was cool. And we took phone calls. So that's why you got to keep your bells on. Because our stream crashed yesterday. And after the game was done, I didn't see as many people on there. So have your bells on. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one's fouled away. It's a little pull-down arrow next to the bell. And you can get personalized notifications. And if you have that turned on, you'll get all my notifications. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And Stott's going to take the pitch way up high. He's hitting just .317 with runners in scoring position. It was a lot lower a couple weeks ago. 1-2 pitch, and Stott will shoot this one foul over towards the first base side. Cubs, their defense, it'll be this. Behind the plate today, it'll be Reese McGuire getting the starting duties. Over at first base, it's Michael Bush. Second baseman is Horner. Third base, it's Shaw. And the shortstop is Swanson. On the mound, it's Colin Ray. Get to the outfielders in just a little bit. Here's the 1-2. It's down in the dirt for ball 2. Pete Crow Armstrong's in center. Ian Happ's in left. And Seiya Suzuki is out in right. Kyle Tucker is DHing today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bohm's at second. Castellanos at first with 2 outs and the 2-2 pitch to Stott. He'll fly this one out towards left field. Happ gets there and he'll make the catch. And the Phillies leave a man in scoring position. And 2 men on base. We'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, we're back. Here's Dansby Swanson, and he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. What's up, folks? What's up, Larry? What's up, David? What's up, Joe? How are you guys? 0-1, swing and a miss. Mick Abel is out there on the mound for Philadelphia. Abel just allowed 1 hit in the last inning. It was to Seiya Suzuki. But got himself out of the jam as Pete Crow Armstrong grounded into a double play. 0-2 pitch. There's a high fly ball, hit out over towards straightaway center field, and looking up is Marsh, and it is gone. Dansby Swanson able to take Mick Abel yard. That's the first run that Mick has allowed in the majors. One nothing Chicago. That was a pitch that was on the upper tier of the zone. It was a fastball indeed. Swanson got a good grip. Now Michael Busch is up, and he'll foul off the first pitch that he sees. Dansby Swanson with his 12th homer of the season and his 35th RBI. 0-1 pitch. It's a strike. I'm happy to see you all. What's going on? No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball that was in the dirt. And Abel records his first strikeout of the night. The pitch on the way. That's taken down for a ball. Apologize for being late. Usually not like me. 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. It's not even the right thumbnail, but I guess who's looking? Sorry, it was 2-0. And this pitch is going to be lined foul over towards the third base side. Phillies money line right now is at plus 130. And for the Cubs, they're at minus 170. Two balls, one strike. Nico Hoerner's in the batter's box, hitting .281 on the season so far. And he takes the 2-1 way up high for ball 3. Nico's now 28 years old. He's been with the Cubs since 2019. And the pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball 4. And Hoerner gets a walk. Last year, Hoerner walked 44 times, which was the second most that he has ever had in a season. It's already at 15. That's in 242 at-bats. Abel comes set and fires. Throws a pitch that's in there for a strike. What's up, chat? Not a great start for the kid. Nah, it's not a great start. Looks like it's another sold-out crowd at Citizens Bank Park, though. 0-1, and that's taken down for a ball. Last night it was darker at this time. Wasn't any sunshine out at all. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike to Matt Shaw. How's everybody's night going so far? Let me know down below. One ball, two strikes, and here's the pitch. This one's grounded down the third base line. It is a foul ball. You got 27 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. What's up, Frank? What's up, David? What's up, Larry? One ball, two strikes. One away in the top of the second. Toss bat to first. Not in time. Really hoping that the sounds don't crash again. Shout out to Gabe. Gabe really helped. Try to fix all that stuff. Was on the phone with him for a few hours today. 1-2. Fouled away. Shout out to Jivanutes. That was annoying. But I'm praying that we don't run into those difficulties. 1-2 pitch. This one's fouled back over towards the screen. What's up, Scott? Bree says, where's Michael? What's up, Bree? No clue. 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be grounded over to third. Kemp picks it up, fires over to second for 1, and that's all that they're going to get. He didn't really have time. It took about a couple of bounces, and he just had to make the most out of getting that force out. It's like Hoerner dove in there head first at second base, and they barely got him out by force. 2 away on the 5-4 fielder's choice by Matt Shaw. And McGuire is up. He's catching today. He's their backup catcher, of course. And it looks like a curveball that's in there for a strike. Carson Kelly has the evening off. He'll be back tomorrow. Reese McGuire batting just .227. 0-1, big swing and a miss. He's 30 years old. He's been in the league since 2018. Spent a majority of his career with the Toronto Blue Jays as the backup catcher for Danny Jansen. The ball is 2 strikes. And the pitch, it's wide and high for ball 1. Joe says, I just need to win to feel better. I'm with you. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2. This one's flat out towards left. And Kepler says he has it, and he does. And the catch is recorded for out number 3. But the damage is done. Dansby Swanson hits a solo homer to put up the Cubs 1-0. All right, guys, I did not forget. I did not forget about posting the mashed potato. I just had a lot of stuff go on today, so I'll post it. I'll post it either later tonight or tomorrow. With that type of dance, I can't move my computer, and that's all in the feet. So I don't break my promises, but I just wanted to let you know that I do apologize because I've had a crazy day. So, but I will get it out there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I will get it out there for sure. I will. Michael Hook says, "Good Lord, I hate this team." That's a good way to start things off. Probably should take some sips of water. Man. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. We have 109 people tuning on in. And look, okay, I talked about this during the postgame show. And I want to hear your thoughts about this, okay? So I was thinking to myself last night, the Phillies have 2 paths that they can go down after what we saw in that 11th inning yesterday, right? They can either go down the road where winning is contagious and they find this new identity of just playing small ball like what the Eagles did in Week 5. We all know what happened from there. They changed up their whole entire game plan. Or they can just go back to their old ways. And I want to know, out of both of those things, side A, meaning that the Phillies are going to be playing more small ball, or side B, they won't. Which side are you on after last night's game? First pitch to JT. It's a swing and a miss. And the second pitch, another swing and a miss. Are they going to play small ball? Yes or no? Are they going to be a small ball first type of a team? The ball's 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. 0-2 pitch. It's way up high for a ball. Philly Fanatic is he has a big piece of paper. I don't know what it is, but he's telling everybody in the crowd, excuse me, and he's butting on into the way. Oh, he's visiting the broadcast booth. Okay, there he goes. They're actually out in right field today. There it is. Pitch. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. T-Mac has his glove on, too. 1-2 pitch. That's taken for ball 2. Are they going to be a small ball team first? Joe says yes. What do you guys think? 2-2 pitch. This one's chopped foul over towards the third base side. Joby says small ball, strict adherence to analytics is an issue. Yeah, it definitely is. But my question to you, oh, that was bad. My question to you is, do you, with the philosophies that have been drawn with Rob and his analytics, right? As the 2-2 is smoked down the right field line, that's a fair ball. Suzuki will get on over to it, and JT stays put over at first. But he gets on with a leadoff single. There we go. Oh, that banner that he was holding, the Philly Fanatic, it says vote Phillies All-Stars. ... and it goes all the way down the row. That's crazy. I'll get back to my question in a sec. Here comes Kepler, and the pitch that he sees is going to be flied out towards deep right field. It's going back towards the track, and it is gone! The Phillies leapfrog the Chicago Cubs as Kepler launches his 7th homer of the season. Okay. Attaboy, Max. To the max. All right, 2-1 Phils. All right, Kepler. That's how you do it. Here's Otto Kemp. First pitch, swing and a miss. Second pitch, swing and a miss as well. Wow, Kepler, what do you know? Playing small ball is a pretty good idea when nobody can hit it over the wall. I'm with you. Larry says, that's what they're paid to do. Yes. That is what they're paid to do. Pitch to Kemp. He'll fly this one out towards right field. This one doesn't have the distance, and it will be caught in front of the warning track for out number 1. Okay, so Kemp. There's Kemp, and then there's Kemp. I just realized that. So, going back to this conversation, you really think that Rob is just going to continue to stick to this new philosophy? The pitch and that's taken down for a ball. Rodney says, are they able to play small ball is the question. They're very fundamentally flawed. Well, we saw last night that they could do it. They had back-to-back bunts in that 11th inning after JT hit an RBI single, and they executed those bunts perfectly. They really did. 1-1. This one's fouled away. So, I don't even think it's the fact, can they do it? Because they showed you last night that they could. Like, it wasn't just a fluke that Stock got that bunt single. Like, those were textbook bunts. Those were good bunts by Otto and by Bryson Stott. And Rojas also bunted twice last night, too, and executed those bunts pretty well on a sacrifice. Bunts that he had. But I guess that maybe your question is, because yes, okay, they did it last night, but can they consistently do it is another type of a question. Maybe that's what you're asking. And that is fair. 2-2, and that's inside and low for ball 3. I lean more towards the side of that they are a power hitting lineup first. Correct? This team rakes. They're supposed to rake. 3-2 to Marsh. Line drive, base hit into left field, and Marsh gets on with an opposite field single with 1 out. All right, so Brandon Marsh comes through. The question to me becomes is because so they're not hitting a lot of long balls this year. Have they finally accepted that small ball needs to be more incorporated because they're not hitting the long balls? That's the way that I look at it. Trey Turner's up, and he'll ground this one foul. Larry says Kep is Kemp's younger brother. All right, can you guys hear me? The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Trey Turner, and it's popped up over towards the first base side, and second baseman Horner's there and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And now Kyle Schwarber is coming up to the plate. Schwarber, Trey. Pitch to Kyle. He'll foul this one back. Larry says if they can't hit the long ball, though, that's a problem. They're not going to win a championship with nothing but just small ball. Well, they're going to have to rely on their pitching. If they had a better bullpen, I would say maybe. 0-1, swinging a foul ball. If they had a better bullpen, I would say maybe that they could. You know, because then you can look at. I guess I can't really think of a team off the top of my head right now. 0-2. That's taken down in the way for a ball. You can look at a team like the Chicago Cubs, I guess. You know, the Cubs, did they have some power hitters? Yes. But they were so inconsistent, like, with their bats. And then, of course, Kyle came back for the World Series that year. But you know, they still made contact with the ball. 1-2 on the way. And the pitch is outside. The throw to second base by McGuire is in time. And Brandon Marsh got a little bit nicked up on the play, and Phillies are going to challenge this. He dove in head first over to second base and got swiped by Dansby Swanson. I thought he was out, but the ruling on the field is that he's out, and they're going to check this. They will check this. That actually looks closer than I thought. Might have a case there. A power outage that requires small ball won't take them very far. The 2001 Diamondbacks is Quan. Yeah, the 2001 Diamondbacks, they still had power hitters, though. Luis Gonzalez was certainly one of those. The call is overturned, and Brandon Marsh is safe at second base. It would be similar to Arizona having 2 elite starters and a decent bullpen. Yeah, that's an interesting comparison. You're saying if they were to make it, if they were to get there. So Schwarber is still up. The at-bat will continue. And Brandon Marsh able to get another stolen base this season. Ray comes set and throws back to second. And Marsh was dancing off the bag, but he's safe. Just got his right hand back in there. Marsh says small ball is necessary to win. Most playoff teams win by playing small ball. They do. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber. This one's fouled away. I'll tell you that the one element that I thought that actually put the Dodgers over the top last year was that, specifically. I actually thought that was the reason why that they won and beat the Yankees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch is inside for ball 3. By the way, in case you're wondering how many stolen bases Brandon Marsh now has on the season, that was just his 3rd. 3-2 on the way to Schwarber, swinging a miss. He got a split finger that was just a little bit low. And we are going to go to the top of the 3rd. But the Phillies do respond on a 2-run homer by Max Kepler. And we're going to the 3rd inning. 2-1 is the score. Be right back. All right, we're back. I don't know what is going on with the throat now. That's new. Hey, JJ says, Sam, what's going on, Sam? Yankees and Dodgers got to the World Series with power. Every team needs to play small ball at times. There's Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey is being interviewed. It's cool. Here's Ian Happ. And the first pitch that he sees is a swing and a miss. Sorry. What's up, Dallas? How are you? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball. And the count is 1-1. We have 136 people on there watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you can. The 1-1 pitch from Abel. That's outside for ball 2. Sorry, I wanted to mute my mic. That feels better. 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Stupid game, stupid Oilers. What do you mean stupid? What do you mean stupid? Bob is just the man. 2-2 pitch, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep right field, and Ian Happ, who went yard in last night's game, well, he does it again tonight. That makes it 2-2. Ohtani, Freeman, Judge, Soto, Stanton, you don't stress small ball with those guys. No, but what I'm saying is that with guys like Jazz Chisholm, Tommy Edman, like I remember Edman did bunt a couple of times in the World Series last year, and that would set up, Shohei Ohtani to go up and do his thing. Or, well, I mean, it was supposed to set him up for that, but Ohtani didn't have a good World Series. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that they got there specifically because of small ball. No, they hit the long ball the best. That's what got them there. But small ball, I thought, was the difference maker of that World Series, is what I'm saying. 1-1. That's outside. But he went around. And it's in there for strike two. Okay. I think I did say that they won because of that. I should have said that was the difference. Because, yes, you're right. They didn't win because of small ball. Like, what got them there was power. But that was the difference in the World Series. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Kyle Tucker strikes out. And Mick Abel gets his second punch out of the ball game. Hap, Tucker. So Hap homered. Tucker struck out. The auto zone. One away, top of the third. And Suzuki will stare at a fastball right down the middle for strike one. 0-1, that's taken down for a ball. Rodney says they never hit sac flies. They never hit behind the runner. They don't bunt well. So I wonder if they can play small ball. Consistently, you mean? Yeah. 1-1, and that's outside and low for ball two. Two-one delivery. This one is fouled away. Aaron Judge doesn't bunt. No, he does not. Phillies have no plate discipline or fundamentals. They're just free swingers, poor coaching, and no consequences. Call it like it is. I co-sign. Two balls, two strikes, and the pitch on the way. Chopped over towards shortstop. Turner plays it on a hop and fires a missile over to first, and Suzuki is retired. So then, here's another question that I have for this whole angle of things. So, do they go out there and try to get a left-handed bat that can help them do those types of little things, or do you see them trying to go out there and get a bat in the outfield that helps them do more damage? 1-0, swinging a foul ball. What's up, Quan? I'll get to your question in a sec. 1-1, that's in there for strike two. I'll answer that one during the break. That's a good question to answer during the break. That's a very good question. Abel comes set and delivers, and the pitch is way outside for ball two. Oops. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pete Crow Armstrong, who grounded into a double play his last time up. And the pitch, this one's flat out towards straightaway center. Brandon Marsh comes walking in, stops, waits for it, and makes the grab for the third and final out. Excuse me. But Ian Happ does tie it on a solo homer. I knew it was coming. Okay. JJ, you still feeling confident with this team? I missed the Pirates series, but getting swept put me in a damper. I don't know if a couple of deadline trades pushed this team over the top to a World Series. Okay. That Pirates series was awful. That Pirates series was a disgrace. It was terrible. My thoughts on this team have not changed. They are not a World Series team. I don't even know if they're a playoff team. That's the way that I look at it right now. But what I will tell you, and I'll answer it to you in this way. So my answer is no for the World Series on this day and on this current moment in time. My answer is no for the playoffs. Last night, though, in the 11th inning, left me wondering. It left a lot of questions on the table. And again, this is why I bring this up. Like, are they going to change their identity? Okay, we talk a lot about what happened during Week 5 of the bye season last week for the Eagles. We do relate this team a lot to the Eagles. We just do. For some reason, that's just how we feel. We look back at the 2023-24 Eagles season, and we say the same thing about the Phillies. When did the collapse happen? What I asked this question during the postgame show, was last night Week 5? And my answer to that is I don't know. My answer to that is I really don't know. I would love to think yes. Last night, meaning does their whole philosophy of their offense change? 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. What's up, Jack? Jack says most of them are slow. Oh, 2. That's outside and low for a ball. Losing Alvarado really hurt this team. I think Harper knows he's beat up. His demeanor is not right, says Michael. That's fair. 1-2. This one's grounded sharply over towards the second baseman, Horner. And he plays it on a hop, fires it over to first. It's in time. Jack, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Did you think that they were going to execute 2 bunts in that bottom of the 11th inning? I would really like to hear your thoughts. Because you've been very vocal on small ball and about this team not having a lot of speed. And so I want to hear your thoughts about that. The pitch to Casty. He'll chop this one over to third. It's played on a bounce by Shaw. Gets to it, fires it over to first. And it's in time for out number 2. Quan says, I'm fine making a deal, but only if it helps the team for the long term. They cannot go for a rental at all. No. I'm with you there. The pitch on the way. That's taken for a strike. And you guys can also chime in. I'm just curious to hear what Jack's thoughts are. I was really stunned with what they did in that 11th inning. I did not. If you were to tell me that JT would come through with an RBI single, and the Phillies then would not only get 2 bunt singles in a row, but actually bunt the ball twice, I would have called you crazy. The ball is 2 strikes. And it's taken down for a ball. Joby says, did they have plate discipline for small ball today? It's a little bit hard for me to tell. One, 2, and that's outside and high for ball 2. I'll tell you this, that they're not really going after a lot of first pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away in the bottom of the third. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Stott is down on strikes. We're going to go to the top of the fourth, all tied up at 2 apiece. Jack with a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. I think Abel should move to the pen where he doesn't... I'll wait for this to be read.
I think Abel should move to the pen where he doesn't have to pace himself.
Okay.
Painter is trash right now. Rojas only busted to avoid an empty at-bat.
Rojas only busted to avoid an empty at-bat. Rojas, yeah, but I also think that Rob, wanted him to do that twice. I'm asking, though, in that bottom of the 11th inning, Jack, did you expect, A, JT to come through, and B, for the Phillies to bunt back-to-back times? That's my question for you. Were you shocked about how that 11th inning played out last night? Because I was. And I'm curious to hear from you because I know that you've been really vocal about small ball, and you've talked about it, I mean, a lot of times on this channel. So I want to hear what your thoughts were because you didn't really say anything last night about it. What's up, AJP? How are you? Quan says JT's been awful this year, but it should have been expected. He's played so many games. He stinks so happy. Has just been so good for the Angels. He has. Yeah, JT has played terrible baseball this year, offensively. Defensively, it hasn't. I'll tell you this: it hasn't been one of his best defensive years at all. AJP says we need to come back and win the division. That I don't know about that. They won the division last year. Where did that get them? I don't want to be like that guy. Of course, we want them to win every game, but more so what I look for is how are they winning? Jack said, I never expected JT to come through. All right, so that's part A. Now I want to hear about the bunting. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch fouled away. I don't think anybody did. The 1-1 pitch. This one's flat out over towards center field. Marsh gets under it and makes the catch. Larry says division is better than the wild card. Is it? Is it? I legitimately asked that question. Is winning the division better than the wild card? In this day and age. 1 out and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Here's Michael Bush up at the plate. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. 0-1. Fouled off. We have 147 people on here watching. I appreciate you all. It's no balls, 2 strikes. We got 162 games that we do on here, and 162 people are watching, so that means 1 person per game. That's cool. 0-2. That's down for a ball. How do we feel about Jair Alexander to the Eagles? Maybe a security blanket in case second corner looks weak? Yeah, I like the move. Yeah. Did that actually happen today? Did I miss that? I've really had a weird day. Old Man Ferguson says, just get in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep right center field, and that's the 3rd homer today by Chicago. Michael Busch got a meatball and absolutely knocked it on out of here. 442 feet. Chicago up in front.
Topper asked the young guys with no cash to bunt more out of lack of confidence in their swinging away.
But I'm asking, were you surprised? Were you surprised that they did that in the 11th inning? That was my question. I hear what you're saying, and that's fair. And again, thanks for the $5 super chat, seriously. The pitch, this one's going to be blooped out towards right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And Nico Horner is aboard. But I'm asking as a potential Eagle signing. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Quan. I would love that. Yeah. Why not? I'll take another very fast player, a guy that I think would be a very good fit in Fangio's schematics. Why not? He seems like he'd be a really good cog in Fangio's schemes. The pitch is in there for a strike to Matt Shaw. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Phillies are down 3-2. Michael Busch just put the Cubs back on top. 3 homers, all on the long ball today. One by Swanson, another one by Happ, and the other one by Busch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chicago is up 4 games over St. Louis in the NL Central. They come in at 40-26. The 1-2 pitch. This one's flat out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh has to drift backwards, and the catch will be made for the 2nd out. Old man Ferguson says, just get in. Just get on in. Larry says the problem is having to scratch out a run in the 11th instead of putting up runs to win easily in regulation. Oh, yeah, no, that to me was a problem. That to me is absolutely a problem. The pitch. That's outside for a ball. They had 12 hits in the first 10 innings. That's unacceptable. 12 hits in the first 10 innings? What are we doing? You're not going to win any ball game that way. And the fact that you kept it that close with Chicago, I mean, we had to be perfect. Couldn't have any margin of error. McGuire's up. He is ahead in the count 2-0. And he swings at the 2-0 pitch and fouls it off. Abel is struggling. The 2-1 on the way. Swing and a foul ball. And McGuire also lost the bat. What's up, Lydia? Abel loses his stuff pretty quickly. Jack, you still never answered my question, dude. You still never answered my question. Ugh. When you were 72, there are no surprises. Okay, there we go. Okay, now you answered it. When you're 72, there are... Well, you're funny. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away in the top of the 4th. You're funny. Okay. I had to wait for it. Toss bat to first. Not in time. I question the pitching coach when guys like Nola, Luzardo, Abel, and even Walker pitch well and suddenly they're getting hammered. That was funny. I gotta give you that. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to right field. Casty will get on over towards the ball. And heading on over to third base, there's going to be runners at the corners. As McGuire does come through and gets on with a single. Now it's over again. Am I tripping? Says Suzanne. What's up, Suzanne? I thought Zach played recently. Don't they have days in between? Still learning how baseball works. Yeah, Zach was out. He was on paternity leave, and he did not pitch last week at all. Even though sometimes I question, and I do ask myself, well, didn't Zack Wheeler just pitch? It's a 5-man rotation. So they go in order of 5, and plus count in the off day. So Wheeler's next start probably won't be till Saturday. 1, Lo siento, no hablo español. Lo siento, mi amigo. Two outs, runners on the corners. We're in the top of the 4th. How did they have that camera attached? Wait, can they show it again? Yeah. Oh, that's not a camera. That's what is that? I don't know. Ian Happ is up, hitting over on the left side, and the first pitch is taken for a strike. That can't be that's not a radar gun. I don't know what that is. 3-2 Cubs. Top of the 4th, 2 outs. Runners at the corners, and the 0-1 is outside for a ball. Swanson had a solo homer, and then Kepler hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 2nd. Swanson's came in the top of the 2nd. And then Happ and Bush each had solo homers in the 3rd and in the 4th. One was in the 3rd, one was in the 4th. Next pitch is outside for ball 2. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Abel with 81 pitches. The 2-1 deliveries inside for ball 3. So now the question becomes, who's going to be available out of the bullpen today? Three balls, 1 strike to Ian Happ. The 3-1, it's outside for ball 4. And maybe you want to go have a conversation, Caleb. Bases are loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. You might just want to go out there and talk to him. Nope. Or not. Maybe that was a bad idea. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. He's still going to pitch. And Kyle Tucker's up. Hold your horses here. First pitch, he gets a gift. It's in there for a strike, even though it was called a ball. Or should have been called a ball. I'm having a bad day, man. Oof. 0-1. That's taken in the dirt for a ball. Suzanne says thanks. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. It's weird getting used to it, you know? Like, I feel like Aaron Nola just pitched 2 days ago. That's because baseball's every day. One pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Like, the Phillies beat the Dodgers back in April. I want to say that was yesterday. Or they had a really good series, but 2-1 pitch, way up high and way outside for ball 3. Three-one pitch. And that's taken in there for a strike. What's up, Midnight Hal? It's not looking good. Nope, it's not looking good. Come on. Get out of this, Mick. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Tucker. And the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Oh, my goodness, he went around. Wow. He chased after the curveball. It was outside, and Kyle Tucker went around, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th. He sort of half-guessed at that swing, too. And the Phillies are down 3-2. We'll be right back. Wow. All right, we're good. We are back. Going to the bottom of the 5th. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, folks, and hit the subscribe button as well. It's a miracle, says Eagle Auto. Yeah. Jack, I'm still laughing at your comment. That's funny. Colin Ray is going to pitch. And the pitch, swing on the miss. He's out there for his 4th inning of work. I'm sure when I'm older, I'll understand. 0-1. That's way inside for a ball. You know, I have a lot of appreciation for you guys. I really do. I'm really blessed. 1-1, swing and a miss to JT Realmuto. I really like it how we all come from different backgrounds and that we're different ages and we are just here. I think that that's the coolest thing. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to JT, and that's going to hit him, and he's going to go on over to first. If you want me to be honest with you, the reason why I haven't gone to a lot of games this year, and I don't really go to like a lot of games, period, but I usually go at this time like 1-2. I love being on here. It's really the truth. I would rather experience a game with you guys than be at the game. Not saying that I don't love to go, but I would miss out. So that's really how I feel. Toss bat to first. And JT just got his hand back in there. The pitch. That's up high to Max Kepler. '80 likes 170 people tuning on in. Let's go. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is way outside for ball 2. Back at you, JJ. Thanks, Randy. I'd rather be on here with you guys. I would miss it. 2-0 pitch. This one's going to be grounded over to short. The tag, the second. There's one to throw to first that's in time for a double play. That's fair, but JJ, honestly, that Pirates and Blue Jays series made me really not want to go to a game. The team showed no life. Well, that's a little bit different. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, and the pitch fouled away. That's a little bit different. But I'm telling you, like when you're in these shoes, you don't want to give it up. 0-1, swing and a miss. Why do you think Harry Kalas didn't want to give up calling the game? Why do you think that even the guys that are doing it now? You saw Euchre. Euchre wasn't going to go anywhere. 0-2, and that's up high for a ball. John Sterling did all 162 for however many years. It's the greatest thing in the world. 1-2 pitch. That's outside and low for ball 2. I feel like we're striking out less than the last couple of seasons, but hitting far more double plays. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Otto Kemp will strike out. And we're going to go to the 5th inning. It's 3-2 Cubs. This pen might be starting to go. Or maybe not. I think Tucker saw visions of a grand salami. I know he did. Tucker and Alvarez, man, they still give me PTSD. They still do. And so does Valdez. They all give me PTSD. Quan says, I also enjoy spending the evening listening to the stream. I wouldn't mind a live meetup with all you guys and gals, for sure. Is that still in JJ's plans? Oh, yes, it is. I'm not leaking anything yet, though. If you think I'm going to leak something, and I know I'm usually bad at it, I'm holding it. So, I'll just put it to you that way. I'm not leaking anything. Yeah. But it's still happening. It's going to happen. It's still going to happen. Always planning on what's the next move and what's to come next. The mind's always thinking. Folks, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, too. We have 181 people tuning on in. We're in the top of the 5th now. The Cubs lead it 3-2. Swanson had a solo homer in the top of the 2nd. Then Kepler hit a 2-run homer for the Phillies to put them up 2-1. Ian Happ would then tie it up on a solo homer from the left side of the plate and made it 2-2. And then Michael Busch hit a solo homer in the top of the fourth to make it 3-2 Chicago. Oh, that's cool. Seiya Suzuki is up, and he takes a pitch that's in there for a strike from Tanner Banks. Not a lot of noise from this offense so far. I'm just having fun with you, JJ. We all get tongue-tied. Yeah, I know. 0-2. This one's going to be hit in foul ground. JT gives it a look, has room, and he will make the catch. I missed your comment. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Okay, now I see. I feel like we're striking out less than the last couple of seasons, but hitting into far more double plays. I gotta take my time with reading your comments. We're hitting into too far many to more double plays. That's the comment I didn't read. 1-0. Fouled away. So Tanner Banks is pitching. Mick Abel's day is done. 33 years old Tanner Banks is. The 1-1 pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong. This one's going to be lofted out towards right field. But Castellanos is there and he'll make the grab. Hunter's here. What's up, Hunter? Yo, JJ, thanks for streaming, my brother. Salute to you, my friend. Happy to see you. I'm happy to see you. One away in the top of the fifth. 3-2 Cubs. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's tough when your job is to talk a lot publicly. I wouldn't want to do that. Well, I'm technically not in public. Well, you didn't say that I had to be in public. Okay. I guess that this is talking publicly. Yeah. Because I'm putting myself out there, so it doesn't feel like it because it's all virtual. But I think I just accepted that. I am a public figure. Wow. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Wow. I really didn't realize that until I said it. Sometimes it doesn't hit you till you say certain things out loud. How about that? Thanks. Comes set and deals. Throws it outside and down for ball 2. Phillies need to wake up. It's not time to wake up yet. It's good to be seen, says Hunter. The pitch, foul ball. Susser says, JJ, your headline says June 9th. It's June 10th. Yup. I didn't have time. I appreciate you for pointing that out. I didn't have time today. I had a long day. And probably should have done it last night. But I just didn't have time to do it today. 2-2. Fouled off. I can actually change it now. I know that in my thumbnail it won't make much of a difference, but in the title it will. I'll do that. 2-2 pitch. It's taken down for ball 3. All right, we'll change the title now. Good call. Good call. 3-2 pitch. Line drive it out to center field, and Marsh is going to let this one drop in for a base hit. And a 2-out single by Dansby Swanson. Hey, he didn't dive there. That's a positive. Brandon Marsh did not dive after a fly ball. That's what he's been doing. Every time that there's a ball that's hit out in front of him, he just tends to dive. Or do these awkward slides, really. That's what it is. It's not really even a dive. He doesn't go on his belly. 2 outs, and the pitch is inside for ball 1. After the game, we have a post-game show. As always, we went on for about an hour, 20 minutes last night. After OBS was having other plans, but we reset the computer and things were back to normal. We'll have to refresh. Wow, didn't even have to refresh. Wow, that's good. 1-0 pitch, fouled off. Timber Tech. I've never heard of Timber Tech before. What is Timber Tech? Timber Tech decking and railing. Huh. They're local. 1-2, foul ball. If he can't get to it standing, it's a hit. He don't dive. They're called fall downs. So yeah, I redeemed myself. The 1-2 pitch. It's down and away for ball 2. We're still getting encoding overloads. Weird. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off and out of play. No technical issues so far today. Oops. Jinxed it. Oops. That is probably got to be the most sarcastic oops I've heard in a while from you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, it's grounded over towards the right side. Stop plays it on the hop, throws it over to first. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th, guys. Tanner Banks does his job, gets out of the inning. And the Phillies have some work to do. 9-1-2 up in the batting order. Mets are down 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th with a runner on over at second base. Take that. Braves and Brewers are going to the top of the 3rd out in Milwaukee. Blue Jays lead at 3-0 out in St. Louis. The Giants will be playing the Rockies tonight at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time at Coors Field. St. Louis, as we just mentioned, they're down 3-0. Red Sox have a 2-0 lead against the Tampa Bay Rays. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Your page says that Wheeler's pitching. Yeah, again, I couldn't update it because I had to scramble. And I had to just go live, so I can't do anything about it. Yankees are playing the Royals. It's 2-1. It's okay. I'm fine with clickbaiting people today. That's actually kind of funny. That's kind of funny, actually. JJ's clickbaiting. I've never gotten that one before. I can cross that off my YouTube bucket list. The fact that I want to clickbait somebody is actually sick behavior. So, leave me a dislike down below. Four games back. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Lose. I've never heard somebody say let's go Mets in honor of losing. That's like such an oxymoron thing to say. That's what they call it. Like, isn't that what's called an oxymoron? The ball is one strike. 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. Did I miss the mashed potato? No, you did not. Again, please turn on your bell icons. Make sure that they are turned on. So that way you do know when I go live for doing the mashed potato. I didn't get a chance to do it today. And last night I couldn't do it on stream. 1-1. That's in there for strike two. Whoever just subbed, thank you. 1-2. Fouled off. And out of play it goes. I'm clickbaiting people. Just put flat earth in your headline and you'll double your hits. That's how you get clicks. It's so true. Marsh is up, and the 1-2 pitch to Brandon, and he fouls this one off. That's hilarious. Should I just put in my title, Phillies beat the Chicago Cubs and win the series? 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off. Who would actually fall for that? The YouTube algorithm would not even be on my side. That's how you kill your algorithm. 1-2 strikes, and the pitch to Marsh. Line drive, base hit out to left field. It just stayed fair. The pitch was outside. Marsh is going to go to second, and he gets on with a double. And he stands up, and the crowd, well, they get on their feet. That pitch was outside, and yet he still was able to keep it fair and stay with the pitch. Okay, Marsh. Okay, Marsh. There you go. Good for you. Good for you, Brandon Marsh. That's a good title, Larry. George! It'll get better. That was flat. The pitch is inside for a ball. I sound like an old man there. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line drive, base hit out to left field. Brandon Marsh will stop on over at third. Rightfully so. And there's runners on at the corners for Philadelphia. And Kyle Schwarber is coming up to the plate. Wake him up. Wakey, wakey. Get those bats out. It's time. Timeout taken on the mound. Get the clocks out. Get out those clocks. All right, there we go. Phillies make a shocking play. You won't believe what happens next. Oh, I should have done it. Larry, you double jinxed me. You reverse jinxed me. Ryan Brazier is warming up in the Cubs pen. We're doing something. In the clickbait thumbnail, it has a thumbnail of JJ making a surprise face with Aaron Judge, the Phillies logo, and tons of surprise faces. Kyle Schwarber got traded for Aaron Judge. Breaking news. Pitch. It's a curveball. It's in there for a strike. It's rally time. Rally house. Wake 'em up. No balls, 1 strike. The Schwarber, the tying runs at third. 0-1 is way up high. They try to see if he went around. No, he did not. Good stuff. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, folks. 212 people on here watching, 94 likes. The toss bat to first, and Turner dives back in there head first. He's safe. Who should we go after at the deadline, or what should we go after? We should go after a center fielder. That's the first thing. 1-1, foul ball. Turner had the bag stolen, then he has to go back to first. Darn it. Darn it. I mean, he was safe by a mile. Phillies Digest does clickbait thumbnails every time. This move changes everything. Yeah, I know. I know. And I love Phillies Digest, but they do. Everything is clickbait, even the articles. How can we get clicks? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Toss back to first again, and Turner is safe. Like number 95. Linda! What's up, Linda? 1-2 pitch. It's outside and high. To throw to second base to get Turner, and he is safe at second base. They knew he was going to go, and Trey Turner still has wheels. 2 runners in scoring position. That also gets rid of the double play as well. It was like a little speck was just flying across the screen, and there was no chance that anybody was going to get Trey Turner out there, especially on that type of a late pop time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and the pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? He did? What? He did? And he is out. Ray with his 5th strikeout. That didn't look like he went. I don't think he went around there, did he? That was close, but I think he just held up. And Craig Counsell's going to make a move. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runners in scoring position. And we're going to have a pitch and change. So Schwarber strikes out. Bohm is coming up. And I will see who's coming on in for the Cubs in just a few seconds. I think it's Porter Hodge, but I'm not certain yet. I'm not certain. Yeah. You would think Turner wouldn't be so bad defensively with his speed, says Quan. Well, there's guys that are fast that just aren't so good with their defense, like Juan Pierre, for example. Juan Pierre was always quick. He was always fast, but he was never looked upon as a good defensive player. Or like Roman Quinn. Well, maybe Roman Quinn is just the epitome of Philadelphia Phillies. Yohan Rojas Here's a question for you. Who would you take? Rojas or Quinn? 2024 Yohan Rojas. 2025 Yohan Rojas. Or Roman Quinn? Oof. That's a good question. I'll be shocked if Bohm doesn't swing at the first pitch, says Larry. Yeah, he did that twice yesterday. And then he also grounded. Actually, he did that 3 times. Squeeze play because we now play small ball. Yeah, Bohm's not bunting. No doubt about it. He's not going to bunt here. Rojas is a better outfielder and a great Hunter with speed. Midnight House says Rojas. Larry says Roman Quinn. And I don't think he's joking about that. I think he's being serious. Here's Bowman, the first pitch, swing and a miss. So there you go, Larry. You were right. That pitch was not even a strike. Brazier's pitching. 0-1 is the count, and the pitch to Bohm. Line drive, base it into center field. This is going to give the Phillies the lead as the throw is not in time. Bohm goes over to second. It's 4-3 Phils on the 2-run single by Alec Bohm. Nice. He sliced it out to center and got a pitch that was in his wheelhouse. Wow, that was impressive. There we go. So Bohm's on at second. He advanced the second base on the throw that was made from home plate to second. And now Castellanos is up, and the pitch, he'll ground this one foul. Phillies get the lead back. There have been so far 2 lead changes. Actually, really 3. No balls. 1 strike to Castellanos, and he'll ground the next pitch foul over towards the third base side. There we go. Let's keep it up and score more. I want to get a poll question. In there. 0-2, and that's down for a ball. The pitch, fouled away. I'm asking this poll question. 251 people on here watching. What's going on, peeps? Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. That's what we do. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos, and the next pitch is just a hair up high for a ball. We have 13 votes, 85% already saying no. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Nick Castellanos strikes out. And there's 2 away. Mr. Dino, I'm having an all right day, man. I'm happy to be on here, and I'm happy to see you. How's your day going? So 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, and a runner on at second. Uh-oh, the yeses are coming back. Walker is warming up in the bullpen. He better go a couple of innings. 1 ball, no strikes. And Stott's up at the plate, and I'll call for time. How's everybody's day going so far? If you love the Phillies, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button as well. Caleb Thielbar is warming up in the Chicago bullpen. 1-0 from Stott. It's fouled off. And the count is now 1-1. How the Orioles doing? Orioles are down 5-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th already. Wow. Damn. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-1 pitch to Stotts. It was a fastball down the middle, and he just was late. I mean, he got a piece of it, but it's 1-2. Fortunately, it's an off day for my lead trumpet playing, but I'm excited for Phillies baseball. Played. Oh, yeah. 1-2, and that's taken in the dirt for ball 2. The count is 2-2. I have to get your charge. I have to get your charge up and running on here. I've just been dealing with so many technical issues that I didn't forget about it. But yeah, I got a little sound. He emailed me. My guy, Mr. Dino, emailed me a soundbite of him playing trumpet for a charge. I will download it, and we'll get it on here as a soundbite. I told him we would do that. 2-2 is taken down again for ball 3. The count is full. Love the Eagles more, but I'll leave a like, says Suzanne. Well, you better come on here for our Eagles content. 3-2 pitch. This one's fouled away. We go live for the Eagles, the Phillies, and the Sixers. A squirrel is out there on the field. How many times have we seen squirrels come onto this field? Like, how did they get there? How did they get on there? It's just crazy to me. 3-2 pitch, and Stott fouls this one off. This is a good Bryson Stott at bat. Did he find the nut yet? No. They call him Sammy the Squirrel. Gosh. Not Sandy? Sammy? Okay. 3-2 pitch and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. That was a good pitch. Not going to lie. All right, we're going to the top of the 6th, though. The Phillies do some damage. And Al Bohm gives them the lead back 4-3 on a 2-run single. So 67% of you said no on who actually thought Bohm would hit the 2-run single. It's funny. Okay, we're ending that poll. You're all good, JJ. Take your time. I know technology can be a pain sometimes. Yeah. OBS is great, and I love OBS. It's free, and it's an incredible software. But man, when you're using it every day, it's like I always tell people, it's like riding a car or driving a car. You know, you got to make sure that everything is up to date, and it's a lot. It's a lot to maintain. Charge! Yeah. Good job, Michael. We did it live. 114 thumbs ups. 114 thumbsies. It's great. 1, 2, wait, hold up. Well, it's a little bit harder to do it like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Da. Yeah, okay. That's how I entertain myself sometimes. I find things that are really intriguing. My mom, apparently when I was a baby, I just didn't give a care in the world. I was in my own world. I didn't really think about anything else around me. I was just a happy kid. I was very intrigued by a lot of different things. It was very easy to distract me. Some things just never change, I guess. All right, we're in the top of the 6th. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. 6K. JJ is a nicer into it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. 1-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Nico Horner's in the box. Yohan Rojas is now going to be playing center field for Brandon Marsh. Marsh just came out of the game. 1-1 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards the first base side and foul ground. Bohm does have room, and he just makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Looks like John Kruk's getting some cotton candy. You know, I've never been a cotton candy guy. They're having all different types of ballpark food today. That's not Kyle Cutlet. What is that? Oh, is that s'mores thing that they have now? Yeah, I want to try that. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. I guess I do have to go to the ballpark just to try the new foods. 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out to left field in between the 5-6 hole, and Matt Shaw comes through. Tell you, these umpires are just horrible. They make a case for electronic strike zone, says Ronald. Everybody has to get their eyes checked out, I guess. Shane, thank you. Appreciate you, man. There they are. There they are. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Why do you have to do me like that? You know what they just showed on TV. What's JJ's favorite ballpark food, folks? Toss back to first was not in time. There's the pitch. This one's grounded over to second base. The throw to shortstop. There's one. The throw to first. Not in time. Almost. 4-6 fielder's choice. Yeah, so close. I think it just beat it out. Huh. The Yankees are up 2-1 against the Royals. Top of the 6th inning, 4-3 Philadelphia. And Ian Happ is up. It's a very good series. First pitch that he sees, it's a gift. It's a called strike. Nothing and 1 is the count. Top of the 6th, 2 away. 0-1 pitch. It's down. And taken for ball 1. Guys, we go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We also do post-game shows on here. You're more than welcome to text on into the JJ hotline, 610-314-0844. Phone number's down there. The pitch to Happ. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right field. That's going back towards the trap, and Ian Happ has done it again. 3 homers in his last 2 games. There goes the lead, and the Cubs are back out in front 5-4. Wow. He's feeling it. Gosh, Ian Happ is having he's just absolutely red hot at the plate. That thing went 361 feet. The pitch, it's outside for a ball. You could see that call strike was horrible. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. So Happ goes yard twice on the left side of the plate. He homered on the right side of the plate last night. 1-1, swing and a miss. Again. Tucker tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. And the 1-2 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th, 5-4 Chicago, as another lead change has occurred. And Ian Happ does it again. Bear back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Caleb Thielbar is going to pitch as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, folks, and hit that subscribe button, too. We're on every single day. We go live for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. So Thielbar is out there on the mound. Bottom of the 6th. And JT's up, and the first pitch will ground this one over to shortstop. Bad pitch to swing at. And Swanson picks it up, throws it over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. One away in the bottom of the 6th. And Kepler is going to send this one foul right behind the plate. Oh, 1. That's going to be in there for strike 2. O2 pitch. It's taken down and away for a ball. 1-2 pitch to Kepler. Fly ball hit out to right field. He got under it, and Suzuki's there and makes the grab for the second out. The pitch. That's down for a ball to Otto Kemp. Larry says, I want Fairbanks. I want P. Fairbanks. 1-0. It's in there for a strike. Nice curveball thrown by Thielbar. Caleb Thielbar with a 1.88 earned run average. He's now 38 years old. He's been in the league since 2013. Didn't realize it's been that long. He missed 5 years with the Minnesota Twins. From 2015 to 2020. 1-2 pitch to Otto Kemp. And he takes it in the dirt. So he's played a total of 9 seasons. But he's been in the league since 2013. The 2-2 to Kemp. And he'll fly this one foul. Wow, dude, every time we thought we have a chance, the Cubs say, nope, we're going to score, and now we are losing. Two-two pitch to Otto, swing and a miss. And we're going to the top of the 7th. Kemp strikes out. 5-4 Cubs. And they'll be right back in just a few moments. Seiya Suzuki's going to come on up. That'll be Pete Crow Armstrong and Dansby Swanson. 233 people on here watching, 117 likes. Old Man Ferguson says, we need rental players this year. This team will be busted up next year. But I thought that you said that it all depends. Didn't you just say that? Or has your mind changed? Has your mind changed? I like Fairbanks from Tampa. I like Bautista from Baltimore. I think Bautista would be way more expensive. But I also think that Fairbanks would get the job done. So, that would be something. I would also be interested to see if the Oakland, or if the Athletics, I keep calling them Oakland. I would be interested to see if the Athletics would be interested, just to throw it out there, if they wanted to sell off Jack Wilson, now is the time to do it for them, because they could get a haul for that guy. And I personally would be curious if they decided to put Jack Wilson at short, move Trey to second. This is not going to happen, but this is what I would want. And you know who I would put at third? I would try Bryson Stott at third. I saw him play third base. And I know it was a very long time ago, and I know that it's different when you're in the minors. I'm a crazy guy. If they could get Jack Wilson, I'd be really happy. I would be happy. Joe Ross is going to pitch, so Walker only goes 1 inning. That's it. Seiya Suzuki is up at the plate. First pitch, it's up high for a ball. I don't really understand this philosophy, but okay. 1 ball, no strikes to Suzuki. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The stage seems too big for Otto so far. 1-1, swing and a miss. I think Otto is who he is. Yeah. I didn't really expect him to come out and be this superstar type of a player. But I don't think he's been bad. I don't think he's been great. I think he's just been okay. Chapman from Boston. Oh, a roll is Chapman. Timeout taken on the mound. New device is going to come on in for Joe Ross. I mean, Miller and Pena are off the table, but I'm ready to move other prospects, but I refuse to trade for rentals. Need to try to maximize what's left of Harper's prime, says Kwan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Ross is pitching. He'll get set and deliver, and he throws it outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch on the way. Just outside. Keep it clean in the chat, folks. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Yeah. There we go. I was going to say, how are the Phillies favored to win right now? And then I realized, oh, that says plus 170. Here's PCA. First pitch, he swings at a high fastball. The count is 0-1. I would love Pete Crow Armstrong on this team, too. Imagine if we had him as a center fielder. Oof. That'd be scary. 0-1. That's up high. And outside for ball one. Just out of curiosity, who do you think is better, Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker? I think that they're the same player. 1-1. Ground ball hit over to first base. Bohm picks it up, throws it over to first. It's in time for out number 2. Bellinger, I will say, is like the most streakiest player in baseball. He really is. When he is hot, he is like an MVP level hot. But when he is cold, he gets ice cold. Just as autopilot. 2 away, top of the 7th. And the pitch, it's outside for a ball. So I'll do it on RB's channel. Says Crowley say that the Sixers should take Fears at 3. Then I told him no. And that it would be a horrible pick. And he called me broke. Just troll around with the guy. People are crazy. 2 balls, no strikes. Swanson's in the box. The 2-0. It's inside and high for ball 3. JJ, that may go also to Castellanos talking about streaky players. Yeah, but he is streaky. I can't disagree with that. 3-0. And it's in there for a strike. But I think that Cody Bellinger's high is more impactful than Castellanos' high. Is that fair? 3-1 pitch. Outside for ball 4. And a 2-out walk for Chicago. Brad Keller is warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Yeah, Crowley, just troll him. What's up, Daniel? Shout out to you, man. Daniel always pops on in, says hi. He's a good dude, man. The pitch on the way looked a little bit high, but it's in there for a called strike, according to the home plate umpire. Nothing and 1 is the count. Ross comes set, kicks, deals, foul ball. Bellinger has been an MVP, so we know what his ceiling is. Yeah. For sure. 0-2. That's wide and high for ball 1. I'm trying to think of, like, most inconsistent pitcher of all time. That's a tough one for me to get around. 1-2 pitch. It's way up high for ball 2. Who's like one of those pitchers that would just be so dominant one day and not the next? Like, would Marcus Stroman be one of those guys? Maybe he's not the best example. I don't know. 2-2. That's up high again for ball 3. Like, you're either going to get very good outing or very bad outing. Randy, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Randy Johnson early in his career, yeah, that's a very good one. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Larry Christensen was wildly inconsistent. So Larry, so you're saying that he would go like, he would have like one outing where he would go like 7 innings and get 9 strikeouts and allow just like 2 hits, and then he could give up like 9 runs the next day or 5 runs the next day in like 3 innings. 3-2 pitch. Another chopper that's fouled off. Ronald Brinson says Rick Vaughn. Rick Vaughn, I don't know much about. I should probably study Rick Vaughn. Jack Flaherty. Jack is inconsistent. Jack is inconsistent. Yeah, you're right. Throughout his career. I would say that this year he's been more consistent, but 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. That just caught the inner third of the zone. That was a really good pitch. Bush tried to move the bat out of the way. He thought it was a little bit inside. It was not inside. Yeah. All right. Billy Wagner was another one. Yeah. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Does anybody know which Major League player holds the record for most walk-off home runs? It is a Philly player. It is a former Philly. Sup, JJ? Sorry I'm late. I was watching football soccer, says Skeleton. Somebody put him in a timeout. Watching soccer over this putrid baseball team. How do we get here? I'll explain it in a bit. But first I want to do the trivia question. Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt does not have the most walk-off home runs in baseball history. Matt Stairs. No. Pete. Tomei. Jim Tomei. That is correct. Tomei has hit 13 walk-off home runs. And that is the Major League record. Good job. Very good job, Ronald. Good for you, man. Let's give you a round of applause. I'm impressed. That's awesome. Thought that was a tough one. Wasn't really tough, but that was something that was like, ooh, like that was that was like, all right, okay, that was good. The pitch, and that is outside for a ball. My Cool Hook says, I hate this team so much. Don't we all? We got Philly fever. 1-0. This one's going to be popped up in foul ground, and Bush will give it a look, but it bounces out of play. The guy just had it. It slipped out of his hands, and it went 2 rows in front of him, and he shakes his head, saying, I should have caught that. I should have. It was right there, man. It was right there. One ball, one strike to Yohan Rojas. Sorry, Jim, we needed Howard up. 1-1. That's just down for ball 2. I'm a football guy, but I need to start being a baseball guy. No, it's okay. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike. You know, for a while, I never really accepted my title as just baseball guy. Probably until like a couple of weeks ago. 2-2. That's down for ball 3. Yeah, what specifically happened to Brandon Marsh? 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that was in the dirt. There's one away. Brandon Marsh was removed from the game in the 6th. Might be related to the slide that he had to second base earlier. He appeared he hurt his left hand / wrist. Pitch to Turner, swing and a miss on a sweeper that was outside. Went around. Yeah, I finally accepted it. 0-1. That's just a little bit outside for a ball. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball 2. Thanks, Skeleton. 2-1 to Trey. Another off-speed pitch that he goes chasing after. It was at the knees, but it definitely was pulled on a string by Keller. 2-2 pitch. Turner gets a piece of it and stays alive. What did Larry say? He tripped over his beard. What's up, Anthony? 2-2 pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. And Suzuki is there in the alleyway and he'll make the catch. I still owe you a response. I do. I apologize for not getting back to you. Now Kyle Schwarber's up. Come on, Kyle. Swing for the fences. All we need is a solo homer to tie it up. That is true. Schwarber today has struck out 3 times. And the pitch, he takes a fastball at 98, and it's in there for strike 1. Break down everything in just a little bit as to how we got to where we did, or where we are. And the pitch is outside for a ball. After this, we got a post-game show. 610-314-0844 is how you call on in to the show or text the JJ hotline. 1-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. The hotline's been buzzing in this game. Gotten some text messages from people. It's cool stuff. 1-2 pitch to Schwarber. This one's going to be grounded over towards third base. Shaw picks it up, throws it on the run over to first. And we're heading to the top of the 8th inning. 5-4 Cubs. Phillies will be back in a flash. And I'll be right back. You know, we were talking about books the other day. First of all, welcome back on in. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. Anybody ever read this book? I Oh, I keep forgetting that we have a little glare. This book is called it's called Ballparks Yesterday and Today. You guys ever read this? Or do you have this book? On the back of the book, they actually have a picture of the bank, of Citizens Bank Park. It's a really cool picture. It's with people holding out the flag, and it's pretty cool. First pitch from Joe Ross. There's another line drive base hit as we start off the top of the 8th inning. It was hit out to left field, and it's a leadoff single. 5-4 Cubs. The Cubs lead it by 1. Thanks to Ian Happ, who's hit 2 homers today, including one that gave him the lead. 5-4. It was a 2-run homer. Shaw's up. And Shaw takes the first pitch inside. Nico Horner just got on base with a single. One ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is up high for ball 2. They have a chapter about the Golden Age. We'll read this tomorrow. I was just looking at my bookshelf, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we could, open some books. But we'll do that tomorrow. 2-0 pitch. That's a pie for ball 3. Right now, it's a little bit late to do it. But good to know. It's good to read. It's good to look at some books. 3 balls, no strikes to Shaw. And the 3-0 pitch, it's in there for a called strike. $210 people on here watching. The 3-1 pitch. And there's a little flare that's hit out over towards shortstop. Turner will make the catch. Throw back to first. And it was way off the line. Bowman had to come running on in to catch that. Turner probably should have just held on to it. But there's one out. I've still never been to the bank. The only major league stadiums I've ever been to for games have been the Vet, Camden Yards, Comerica Park. Am I saying that correctly? Please let me know. And Target Field. I've always wanted to go to Target. I've always wanted to go to the Giant Stadium. I always known it as AT&T. Isn't now? It's not Miller. What's their stadium called? The pitch. It's taken down for a ball. What's their stadium called? It's going to bug me. It is going to bug me. They probably don't play until the second half, so that's when I got to look at it. Yeah, what's their stadium called? There it is. Oracle Park. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out towards deep right field. That's going back towards the track. It bounces off the top of the wall. Rounding third is Horner. He'll come on in to score. No throw made to the plate. It's 6-4 Chicago on an RBI double hit by Matt Shaw. That was actually McGuire that did it. Reese McGuire does it and gives the Cubs a 6-4 lead. Also walked past Candlestick Park once while in San Fran for a conference. Really? That's cool. Here's Ian Happ, the pitch. And that's called a ball. That was... Okay. 1 ball, no strikes. It was at the knees, clearly. Didn't even need a pitch tracks device to see that that was a strike. 1-0 pitch. And it's taken inside and low for ball 2. There's Carlos Hernandez warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Two balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is inside for ball 3. Ryan Presley's warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Good news, if you're a Phillies fan, is that he's been struggling. 3-0 pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike. Excuse me. 3-1 pitch to Happ. It's outside for ball 4. And there's another walk. And, you know, Caleb Cotham has not gone out there once. And speaking of going out there, Rob will go out there, and Carlos Hernandez is going to come on in. With still 1 out in the top of the 8th. So a pitch and change, and the Phillies will be right back in just a few moments. Yeah, somebody just messaged me on the hotline and said that Rick Vaughn was a wild thing from Major League. That's how fried my brain is right now. It's bad. Hopefully you're all doing well, though. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, too. It's 6-4 in the top of the 8th inning with 1 out. Cubs do lead it by 2. And the top of the order is coming up. I got to figure out what the overload is. If I close this, okay, let's see what happens. If I close this, I wonder if that would help. I do. Let's see. Kyle Tucker is coming up to the plate. Did I say that Ian Happ was up? Happ is the one that walked. So now it's Kyle Tucker that's up at the plate. Hernandez is going to pitch. And the first pitch from Hernandez way up high for a ball. Is the CPU dropping? Yes. A little bit. 1-0 pitch. It's high and outside for ball 2. Hey, Rob, stop smoking the catnip, says Eagle Auto. 2-0 pitch to Kyle Tucker. Ground ball, base hit out to right field. Another run's going to score, and it's now 7-4 on the RBI single by Kyle Tucker. Got underneath Bohm's glove as he tried to dive for it. I mean, there was not really, it wasn't going to get there. Actually just went by him. So the Cubs put up another run and lead it by 3. Now in the top of the 8th. Phillies have to try to stop the bleeding here. And up next is Seiya Suzuki. Heading on the right side, and the first pitch that he takes is up high and inside for ball one. Brewers have a 3-1 lead against the Braves. 1-0 pitch. It's down for ball two. It's a knuckle curve thrown by Carlos Hernandez. 2-0 pitch. Another line drive base hit out to left field this time. And Bush is going to round, or sorry, Horner's going to round, Happ is going to round third. He'll come on in to score. It's 8-4 Cubs. Oh, yeah, come on, dude. What's going on? What's going on with you? Everybody's out of sorts tonight. Another ball that was smoked. This is getting out of hand. 8-4 Chicago. And no chance for Otto Kemp to get to that one. Runner goes. The pitch is in there for a strike. The throw to third base. Safe is the call. Kyle Tucker stole third, and he is in there. They went to the phone to see if they should review this. It was a bad swipe. But did his hand come off the bag? Did his hand come off the bag? No. No balls, one strike to Pete Crow Armstrong. And the 0-1 is popped up over towards the right side of the infield. Bohm says he has it, and he does, and there's out number 2. The Dreams aren't dropping now, so that's good. I just wanted to see that. Might as well steal home. We can't stop anything. Comes Dansby Swanson, and the pitch is fouled off. Runner goes from first to second, and that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. The Blue Jays lead at 6-4 in their ball game. Phillies will wrap up their series tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. Doug, I'm just trying to keep some positivity. 0-1 pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. Pitch was also in there for a strike. These umpires, man. It's bad. It's bad. We got a post-game show after this. Still also a bottom of the 8th and a bottom of the 9th as well. And also, of course, a top of the 9th. Chris Flexen is warming up in the bullpen along with Ryan Presley. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get to 200 likes, folks. Did we get to 200 yet? Did we get ourselves to 200? The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And that is going to put the inning to bed. Going to the bottom of the 8th. 8-4 is the score. As Chicago puts up 3 runs in this inning alone. All right. Did we get to 200 yet? We're at 142. 50 of you have not hit the thumbs up button, and you definitely should. You should. Start a poll. Can we get to 200 likes? Can we get there? We should be in the same league as the Savannah Bananas. That's the Colorado Rockies. That's the Rockies. at least we're not that bad. It could be a lot worse, guys. I know that we think that we have it bad. It could be, oh my gosh, it could be a lot worse. How about watching an uncompetitive baseball team that is 8-47? Hit the button. Yeah. Hit it. Hit that button, man. Not a long postgame show today. We got an early one tomorrow. We'll still do a postgame show, but it won't be as long. And you're more than welcome to stay on for it. And text on into the hotline, 610-314-0844. I can't believe I didn't know who Rick Vaughn was. Ryan Presley is going to pitch. He has a 4.13 earned run average. We still have an encoding overload, don't we? Here's Alec Bohm, and the pitch that he takes is just outside. Look at the Orioles this year if you want to see bad. Yeah, that's not good either. 1-0 to Bohm. Line drive, base it out to right field. And Alec gets on with a leadoff single. There we go, Alec. So Bohm starts off the inning and gets aboard. Next man up is Nick Castellanos. Presley this year has a 4.13 ERA. Another former teammate of Kyle Tucker that gets to reunite with him. Think back to that 2022 World Series. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And snowballs 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-1 to Casty. It's fouled off. It was a curveball. And it's 0-2. At least the Mets are down 4-2 to the Nets. No balls, 2 strikes to Castellanos, and the 0-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3 at the knees. Darn it. And the Phillies are down to their final 5 outs. Just got him looking. So 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. And now Stott's up. And Bryson takes the first pitch that he sees outside for a ball. I just see a team put up 10 runs. Oof. One 0 pitch. And Stott looks at the slider in the zone for a strike. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Cubs bullpen has a 1.01 ERA over the last 25 games, and that is the best in all of baseball. 1-1 pitch to Stott. He'll ground this one over to shortstop. The tag, the short, there's one. The throw to first, not in time. And Stott just hustles and beats it out. It's an unassisted fielder's choice. Just had a fart that was more productive than the Phillies offense. Oh, gosh. Good to know. I can't. That'll bring up JT. The pitch to JT. It's inside for a ball. Can somebody check tomorrow's pitching matchups and tell me what they are? What are tomorrow's pitching matchups? 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to JT. It's fouled away. Four runs is better than what they've been scoring, but they need more. 1-1 pitch. Another line drive base hit out to right field, and that's going to put 2 runners on base. Okay. Shock me, as hardcore would say. George! Luzardo versus Ben Brown. Former Philly Ben Brown. Kepler's up. All right, come on, Max. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The pitch to Kepler. He bounces this one over to first, and Bush has it and tags the bag. And that is it as we go to the top of the 9th inning. 8-4 Cubs. BRB. All right, we're going to the 9th. Cubs lead at 8-4. They've put up a lot of runs today, including the 2 big homers from Ian Happ. Bush also homered as well. Carlos Hernandez is going to pitch. It was a 5-4 game, and then the Cubs were able to get some big hits in the 8th, also including what was an RBI single from Kyle Tucker, along with a nice hit from Nico Horner. Here's Michael Bush. He'll ground this one foul. Rob wants to keep Abel fresh for 2026, I guess. He didn't have a good game today, Mick Abel. He gave up 3 solo homers. He didn't do well. 0-1, swing and a miss. So the stats don't lie, but they don't tell the full truth. He was right to pull Mick Abel when he did. What's up, Gabe? What's going on, dude? Shout out to you. I gave you a shout out before, but Gabe really helped me today. 0-2. That's down for a ball. Go subscribe to Jiva Newts. Please comment your link down below. I want people to subscribe to you. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Hit out over towards the behind the mound. Turner's there. And he'll make the catch. How's OBS? Everything is fine. I mean, I haven't really had to play a lot of sound effects, so I really can't tell. Maybe they'll have a crazy ninth inning. I don't know what world I'm in. But surprise me. The pitch. It's taken down for a ball. Chris Flexen is getting loosened up, and he will pitch the bottom of the ninth, of course. What a pitch on the way. It's down for ball 2. Seems like that they've been really trying to work with Hernandez on throwing that knuckle curve more. 2-0 pitch. Another fly out over towards right field, but it's well into the stands. That's a really nice catch by that fan. Two-one pitch. Ground ball hit over to third base. Kemp plays it on the hop and throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. Two away in the top of the ninth. That's up to you, Newts. Nice. The pitch on the way. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's a foul ball. JJ's going to be like Euchre in Major League by the end of the season. Going to be having a bottle beside him, getting sloshed. Listen to the postgame show. Oh, listen to this postgame show. I might go off. I might not go off. 0-1 pitch. Another line drive, foul ball over towards that corner. I may or may not go off. That's just tied it up. Oh, we're beautiful. Absolutely great. That's just the news that we all want to hear. 0-2 pitch. It's taken in the dirt for a ball. We're not even halfway done the season, guys. Still got a lot of baseball to go. But not that much baseball left. 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and Kepler will catch the can of corn for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. 8-4 is the score. Otto Kemp, Yohan Rojas, and Trey Turner are coming up. I will say it again. Shock me. Don't be afraid to let it out, JJ. As sports fans, it's what we're supposed to do. I appreciate it. You'll hear a post-game show for sure. We will go into all of this and pick up right where we left off from yesterday. You know? Hey JJ, want to guess what you missed? You want to do this on here? Yeah. I know what I missed. I had to scramble. I had to scramble, dude. I couldn't remember to do it all. To me, it's not like as important to do it because I have a very good chat, and I know, like, God forbid if somebody talks and you know, and if there's people that are, you know, like giving you threats or like whatever, you can use that. But I wasn't really worried about it for this game. If we're like, if it's a playoff game, or if there's like a game that there's, you know, like 500 people on, like that to me is different. But I don't know. I know what I missed, but it doesn't make sense to do it. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Otto Kemp is going to bat. Text message from the hotline. Bad Bill team, solid starters, but they pitch average of 6 innings, means Penn is an important spot. Add in bad defense and inconsistent hitting equals this World Series was 4 years. Was 4 years ago. Turner was the wrong move. It's an illusion now. Ed from Philly. Shout out to Ed. Here's Otto Kemp. And the first pitch that he takes is up high from Chris Flexen. Flexen, former Seattle Mariner. 9 games, no runs allowed. 1-0 pitch. It's up high and inside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to Otto Kemp. 2-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Two one on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Pete Crow Armstrong is there, and he'll make the catch, and there's 1 away. Two more outs. 2 more to go. We got a postgame show. 610-314-0844. That's how you call on in. There's Yohan Rojas, and he stares at a curveball, a wicked curveball that's in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Rojas. It's outside. One pitch on the way. It's in there for strike 2. It was a 4-seamer. Phillies will wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. We'll be on, of course, for the call. And then they're off on Thursday. They could really use the off day. 1-2 pitch to Rojas, and he'll chop this one high over towards third base, barehanded throw over to first in time. Nice play by Matt Shaw. That was a very good play. He knew he had to get to it quickly. And Rojas does have speed. But he got him. He just got it. That's how you play third base. Got it into the bare hand and just threw a missile over to first. Phillies down to their final out. And Trey Turner's up. It's all up to Trey. And the pitch. It's inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Turner. And the next pitch is outside and low for ball 2. JJ needs an off day. I'm good. Just had a long day today. A long night last night into today. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. What's up, Janet? BW with a redirect. I appreciate that, BW. We got our post-game show after this final out is recorded, so make sure that you stay on for that. And calling in, voice how you feel. Tell me what you think is going on with this baseball team. What did you see today? All that type of stuff. 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Goes out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 to Turner. It's in the dirt for ball 3. He stays alive and the game continues. We all need an off day, says Eagle Auto. Yeah. What's an off day? 3-2, it's outside for ball 4. And Trey Turner gets on. And the game will continue. Just stop by to hit the like button off to pack lunches for tomorrow. Salute. Thank you. I can tell you what's going on, but it won't sound very positive. I don't care. You can call on into the show. I love having real conversations. You know? I'm not just positive. I know you didn't say I wasn't, but I'm just saying. The pitch. And that's inside for a ball. That's to Kyle Schwarber. Flexen comes, set, and delivers. And this one is fouled. W says, never thought I'd be hoping for the All-Star break. Hopefully this team can reset, but hopefully it's not too late. I'm with you. 1-1 pitch to Kyle. Fly ball hit out over to left field. This should do it. And Happ gets under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. So the Chicago Cubs even up the series at 1 apiece, and they beat the Phillies by a final score of 8-4. Next game will be tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be taking phone calls right now after we give our statements and talk about this game. All right. Yeah. All right. So give me about 2 minutes. 2 minutes just to reset, get my mind thinking in post-game gear, and then we will, and then we'll just break it all down. This one is annoying. This one is this is how I expected it to go. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with how this game ended in regards to just lack of good pitching. I mean, it feels like that we're talking about the same things. You figure that they were going to lay an egg after a wild win like last night's game. And that's what happened. And we got what we expected. All right. Be right back. Give me, again, 2 to 3 minutes just to get my thoughts together. And, yeah, I'll see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Another loss for this baseball team. Folks, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we go live. If you expected me to kick, scream, shout, be angry, you're not really going to get that tonight. Part of it's because I'm a little bit tired, but also just the Phillies offense. I mean, they look tired. They look very tired out there. Another game where you just absolutely lay an egg. Chat, what's my favorite stat? What is my favorite stat, chat? We'll start off there first. Tell me what my favorite stat is right now. You guys know. I just want to see what you guys say. Because that stat was why you lost. That stat really did not help you. Sure, Mick Abel did not have a good day. Mick Abel certainly gave up the long ball 3 innings in a row. Left a lot of pitches out over the middle of the plate. Not really mad at him. But this team just has no life. They have no pulse. And that just seems to be the issue. RISP. RISP is my favorite stat. Runners in scoring position. How did the Phillies do with runners in scoring position today, folks? 2 for 9. 2 for 9. Yesterday, I guess it was better than yesterday because I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think that they were 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. I'm pulling it up now. Were they 2 for 13? I clicked the wrong day. They were 5 for 16. But they were 2 for 13 going on into that 11th inning. So there you have it. Really just absolute flat offense from the jump. We had chances to score, and we just did not do so. The 8th inning was not good. JT gets on with a 2-out single, and all of a sudden, again, we just can't get a run home. Max Kepler, I don't understand what he was swinging at. First pitch. He could just go swinging, gets on top of a pitch that just did not look good to swing at. Kyle Schwarber went back to his old ways today. He was chasing after pitches. This is just how he's been in June so far. The first, third of June has been absolutely awful for Kyle Schwarber, and it's not really like him. He struck out 3 times today, and in his 4th at-bat, just swung at a pitch that was in the dirt and grounded it over to third. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm really just seeing these same things. I'm not really going to go on into X's and O's and just talk about where did this team really go wrong and break down inning by inning what absolutely happened. We knew that this was going to be the case. We knew that this team was going to come out here after a win like that they had last night, and they were just going to show no fire, no backbone, nothing like that. I thought that Kepler's home run, and I didn't want to say it in the moment, the wind blew that thing out. He needed the wind to help him blow it out. And sometimes that's going to happen. That's just baseball for you. But it was just not a good day. Rob Thompson, your manager, fell asleep at the wheel again. You figure that Romano and the guys that he used last night were not going to be available. And he only pitches Taijuan Walker for 1 inning. Now, granted, that 1 inning was not good. But to put him in when he did was also the wrong decision as well. He went to Tanner Banks first. Joe Ross should have went first, but even still, your bullpen just flat out is awful. But your manager's not putting you in the position to succeed. And that's another reason why you lost today. I feel like we just talk about the same things. It's deja vu. Every single day with this team, it's the same thing. My question last night during the postgame show was, could they, are they had a crossroad. Are they going to go back to their old ways, or are they going to use the sense of small ball to help them go out there and win games? And I really wanted to be on the side of yes, but I was more on the side of no, because reality settles in, and that's just, they showed you who they were. This team is a team, and Crawley said it best. And so did Larry. They are a wannabe power hitting team that can't hit homers, that doesn't want to play small ball, and have just an awful bullpen, and are dealing with really bad coaches. Like, very bad coaching. So, it sucks. It's really shitty. It's not fun. It's very dark and gloomy and not fun. Where did McAble go wrong? Why were his pitches flat? That's a good question. I think that he misses spots just because he just... I think that as the deeper that you go on in, what tends to happen is you tend to not get fatigue. But as a pitcher, what I've learned from a lot of people is that the third outing in the majors, I've heard this from some people, that the third outing is never the easiest when you're pitching in your rookie year. I forget who told me that, but somebody did say that to me a while ago. They said that the third outing is really hard, and the reason why is because you're not comfortable with pitching in the big leagues, but teams have more film on you, and not only that, but you also have to you sort of settle in. You settle in, and teams just find ways to get a hold of the types of pitches that you throw, especially if they're left out over the middle of the plate, and they're going to make you throw more pitches that way. I kind of have to give the Cubs a little bit of credit today, because I thought that the Cubs made McAble look like a rookie. Coming on into today, we said that because they went to Romano, Kerkering, and Strom when they did yesterday, they were going to need Abel to go 6 or 7 strong innings and give you 8 to 9 strikeouts. He was going to have to be really dominant, and the Phillies were going to have to get a lot of runs on the board. Did Bohm have that 2-run single? Yeah. But all that stuff gets washed away because of a loss. The base hit from Trey, and the walk that he had, the 3-hit day from Alec, the 2-hit day from JT, all that stuff gets washed away. The 2-run homer by Kepler None of that stuff matters. Marsh also went 2 for 2 in this game. You know what does matter? Runners in scoring position. You know what else matters? Runners left on base. What else matters is just the dead arm that this team is dealing with. The amount of dead arm is terrible. The bullpen has been atrocious. And the coaching staff cannot find a way to solve it. Something psychological is going on, folks. It's deeper than just the on-field issues that they're dealing with. There is something going on in that locker room, and it goes back to what I've been saying all throughout this entire week, is they don't have a culture. They don't. There's no guy that's going to go out there that's going to get in their faces and that's going to, show leadership and rally the troops together, if you will. And that's what they need. It's clear. We see it. How can they not see it? I don't know. They've lost 10 of their last 12 games. We got a text message, and I'm going to read that in a second. You can text on in to the hotline. But before I give it to you guys, before I give you guys the floor, tomorrow we have Luzardo pitching and going up against Ben Brown. Phillies actually are favored to win. If the Phillies don't win the series tomorrow, does Rob still have a job? I'm a little bit surprised that Dave hasn't done anything, that he didn't do anything after that Pirates series. Part of me was a little bit surprised. But then I thought I saw a little bit more out of Rob yesterday with having Rojas bunt, with having Stock bunt, and Kemp bunt. I thought that Dave got into his ear, or somebody from upper management got on into his ear. And today they just went back to their mopey, bad body language ways. So. But the Cubs do deserve credit. They played a better game of baseball, and they beat the Phillies fair and square. And that's where I stand. Here we go. Romano has to go. You can't come in late game and start bases loaded. Oh, wait, this was a different text message. This was from a different day. But the same guy that texted on, and shout out to you, says this: the most frustrating thing is we know nothing is going to change. Same bullpen, same lineup, same nonsense. And yet you can hear Rob after the game. I mean, he's talking to the media right now. And he's just a hate to look at right now. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Rob is just a face that you just don't want to look at. I'm not shocked. You shouldn't be shocked. If you thought that they were going to win this game today, why? What made you feel different? What made you feel different? Let's read some text messages. Kevin says that they're done. Go Eagles. No heart. Hey, Doug. Shout out to Doug. Doug has been commenting a lot lately. He's awesome. No heart, no accountability from anyone, from the front office down to the coaching, to the players. They are acting like everything is going to fix itself. You heard your president of baseball operations say it during the offseason after the Phillies got eliminated. Just didn't get lucky enough. Just got to get lucky. We just got to get lucky. That's their motto. And when you are going through something like this, it doesn't surprise you. They brought back everybody. They brought back the whole entire coaching staff. They ran it back, and it was the wrong move. I like Luzardo. That's it. That's it. It's a shame. It's really a shame that even that there are people that are going out there that are still that are paying their hard-earned money, that paid for it in advance because they just wanted to see a good product. They wanted to see a good baseball product, and they're not. They're not getting their money's worth. All the money on the beer and everything else, it's all a waste. You know? I mean, people still go to the ballpark to have a good time, but I'm just saying that the product itself doesn't make it fun. Doesn't make it fun. Kyle Schwarber. I want to zoom in a little bit more on him real quickly before I get into any further comments. I don't know. I don't know what's up. If I'm Kyle Schwarber, if I'm a reporter and I'm asking Kyle Schwarber questions, I really would love to hear, what does he see when he's getting these off-speed pitches that just causes him to chase? Like, it sounds simple. I think I'm seeing a fastball. I think I want to hear what his mindset is. Because this is a guy, and I will say it again, this guy is usually very disciplined at the plate. He is. He's a disciplined hitter. Besides last night, during this losing streak, he has really been awful. And he's not the sole reason why that you're losing, but it's just something that you don't. That's the one thing that I never expected, is for Kyle to just become a chaser. I've never seen that in his career as a Philly. I saw it a little bit with the Cubs, but not like this. This is ugly. This is putrid. He is chasing after everything. I don't know. Speaking of Kyle, Eagle Auto says, actually Kevin said, that's PK Schwarber will be gone soon. Schwarber is my least favorite Schwarber is my favorite player, but he's been awful lately. I feel like the Phillies offense only does well when he does. Goes back to what I just said. This guy is just going after these off-speed pitches that if there wasn't even a ground, it could go below the ground and he would still chase it. If they were playing in space or something and they pitch the baseball and it goes even lower than the ground, you might still be chasing. The pitch could be yeah. No playoffs this year, says Eagles 1977. I'm questioning it. But as of now, June 10th, it's not looking like that, but it's still a long baseball season. Crowley says, thanks, Rob. Kyle isn't even going to be here next year, so the rumors are he doesn't want to be here, says Doug. And I don't know if I buy on into those things. I don't. He's going to stay if the Phillies offer him a lot of money. because money talks. That's the truth. But I could care less about if the Phillies are going to offer him his contract right now. You have to hold on to Kyle. They're not trading him. If they lose out on Kyle, that's problematic. That's an issue. Steve asks a great question. A very great question. And again, you guys can call into the show too and voice your opinions. What does Kevin Long do? What does Kevin Long do? I've come to terms. I'm going to go to my monologue screen for a second. I've come to terms with Kevin Long being Jonathan Gannon 2.0. What do I mean by that? Jonathan Gannon, looked upon as this defensive genius. Doesn't like the blitz. Plays very soft coverage. When he was the defensive coordinator for that Eagles defense in 2021 and 2022, it was terrible. It was really bad. They lost you. He lost you the Super Bowl. A guy that had a lot of respect from the National Football League and from other media members saying that he's a very, very good defensive coordinator. It was all talk. It was all a mirror. It was all smoke and mirrors. Kevin Long is that as well. So what? He won a World Series as the hitting coach in the 2019 season. We were talking about Kevin Long a couple of years ago, saying we could probably go on into the batting cage and Kevin Long would make us a great hitter. It's been smoke and a bunch of smoke and mirrors with Kevin Long. What does he do? Gets players to chase. Doesn't have them stay disciplined at the plate. Tells them, swinging fastballs, knock them out of the park. It's this free, willing style of baseball. And there's no need to be afraid of that. Teams were scared about the Phillies before because they were locked in, and these teams would just say, you know, I got to give them a fastball. I got to try to get one by them. No, you don't. You don't have to do that now. You can throw, you can play around with pitches and toy with them and get their timing off by throwing in pitches that are in the dirt because they'll chase. And Larry and other people will say that, well, they're not striking out as much. It's not just that they're not striking out as much. Even if they are striking out on these breaking pitches, that's one thing. But they're grounding into double plays on these breaking pitches too. That's why they're one of the leaders in double plays. You go back, you look at all the double plays that they've grounded into, and you look at all the pitches that they've had to deal with on that. Not a lot of fastballs. A lot of them are sliders, sweepers, off-speed pitches, you name it. It's a bunch of BS with Kevin Long. He's just a guy that gets a lot of national love because he won a World Series. back in 2019. His team that he was the hitting coach for is the one that won a World Series. Let's bring this up too. Okay? And then I will read more comments. But now that we're on facades, Joe Girardi won our World Series in 2009. People were looking at Joe Girardi after that only World Series. They asked, was Joe Girardi actually a good manager? Or did he just have a very good support system? Guess it was with Joe Girardi all those years in New York. That's now manager of the Phillies. That was brought on as part of a, Girardi guy. That's Rob Thompson. Is Rob Thompson Joe Girardi 2.0? I feel like we need to be having those types of questions. Would love to hear that. Larry says, it was nice to have a window of contention for a few years. It's just about closed now. It's time to sell, says Larry. The writing's on the wall. I don't know about selling, but clearly, is this team a World Series team? No. Are they a playoff team? I tend to be on the side of no. I want to be on the side of yes. We all do. But even if you're a Rob Thompson defender, how do you defend this? I was a defender for 2 years. I can't defend him. I haven't been able to defend him at all this year, or even during the second part of last year. How could I? How could I? Worst bullpen since the Neris closer days. Yeah, remember when we had to get Brandon Workman? I feel like that's the era we're in now. The Brandon Workman era. And yeah. What's up, Otto? How you doing, my friend? He's too professional for me to believe those rumors. Plus, he's playing for a contract either way, says Otto, in regards to Kyle Schwarber. Whatever it is, I just don't know. I don't know where you go. I don't know where you go. It's annoying that we're here. But it all comes back to that this team doesn't have a foundation. They don't have a centerpiece as far as like a culture. And again, I know I go back to that word. There's no belief. There's no philosophy. They don't have there's no religion. There's nothing that brings them together. There's no sense of community or brotherly love. Kevin Long collects a check. Good work if you can get it. What else? Larry, I cringe when Rob said that Kevin Long is the best hitting coach in baseball. I don't know why, but no reporter has had the backbone to ask any follow-up questions like, Rob, where are the results? Crowley, it's because it's all about protecting the brand, and you don't want to put your job on the line, because if you ask those questions, you know, you're basically going up against them, and it's and you're putting your job on the line because you're not supposed to criticize them. And again, that we had that conversation about that the other day, and about how we as independent creators on here, that's the one thing about this that I will always cherish, is that we don't have to deal with that type of stuff. We can ask whatever we want, and we don't have to worry about putting our jobs on the line. That's what it is. And people are scared about that now. And they take it to another level. Even when you look at the Howard Eskins and you look at those other people, like, they had that reputation. So they're not afraid. They're not afraid. But there's other people that are, because they get told from the higher ups, you can't do this. We don't want you to do this, or else you're fired. And I know how that works. Teams look at the film and figure you out. Yeah. Whenever I would play 2K, okay, I loved shooting threes with Chris Paul when I first started playing around friends. You know how easy it was for them to catch on to that? It was so easy that I got destroyed in one game, and I'm actually not afraid to admit this. I got destroyed in one game, 130 to 75. Just because I wanted Chris Paul to have the ball in his hands at all times. And they picked up my strategy. And it was a simple strategy at the time because I was in middle school. But that's how it went. And you pick up a little strategy, you got to come up with a counterpunch. You got to have multiple strategies. I only had one, but still, it was easy for them to figure it out. And I made no adjustments. That's why I lost in 2K. Larry says, I don't see the entire coaching staff doing anything to improve this team. I'm right there with you. I don't see anything to improve. I wish I did, but I'm at the point now where it's just nothing surprises me anymore. They weren't going to win this game. They were not going to win this game. We've seen it time and time again where they come out with a quote-unquote meaningful win, and they follow it up the next day with a dud. That's what they did today. Shocking? No. Doug wants to know, you think that Dykstra and Dalton would not be speaking if they were in this locker room? How much leeway do they have? I don't know. The only way that I would know is if John Middleton made that type of a hire, that would surprise me. Because with the hires that he's made, he's gone after guys that are buddy with the players. Guys that have a reputation of connecting with the players and getting to know them. But ironically, as much as we praised Rob over the last couple of years for getting to know his team and for being a player guy, I feel like at the point, some of the players are like, and again, I'm not in the locker room, but from the outside looking in, I don't even know if they recognize each other. Again, I don't think they spend a lot of time with each other. Why are we seeing all of these errors out in the outfield? Why are we seeing all these communication breakdowns with base running, pitch comm devices? It's because nobody is getting on the same page. And maybe the technology makes it tougher, but also technology doesn't get you time to. Technology doesn't build you chemistry. Humans do. Spending time with other humans helps you work on chemistry. I spend a lot of time on the planes, but it's different when you're spending time with somebody on the plane or even in the hotel rather than on the field. We'd have time to tank pretty bad all the way to the All-Star break for there to be a chance for Rob to get fired. We know that they're not going to go down that road, but sure, they do. Probably says, I thought they were going to win because I like to believe in my team. It just gets me sad every time I watch them. I'm with you, dude. I'm just at the point where I will watch this team. I will obviously call their games. I'll be on for every stream. But I look at them through a different eye now because of what they're giving us. They've shown you nothing has surprised anybody. If you ask yourself deep down, is this how you would have thought that the Phillies would have looked this year? You probably said yes. It's hard to accept. It's not easy. And I'm sure that other people on here are probably kicking and screaming and are down because obviously they care. And I do too. But I look at this as if I'm emotionally unattaching myself from this because I feel like if I get emotional all the time, I'm not looking at this from a clearer perspective. It's okay, Crawley. I'm 55 and I love this team and the game it's all part of being a fan. Yeah, again, John Macri from Nick's Film School. I've been watching them. I watch them because I love watching other YouTube content creators. I don't just focus on their teams. I focus on how do they talk? How do they show their passion, right? Like I legit study them. It sounds weird. But John said, this is part of the contract. You sign up, you invest a lot of time into your sports team, and this is all a part of the contract. When the going gets good, oh, it feels great. There's no better feeling in the world. And then when the going gets tough, that's the downside of it. And right now we're dealing with that. But again, it's really nice that we have a community and we can see that nobody's perfect. And it teaches us how to be human. It grounds us. And it's all part of the story. It's all a part of the story. And by the time we do get another championship, if we get another one, this all goes as a chapter in the book of the Phillies. Like I said the other day, he stopped batting and started homer chasing again, says Doug. My question is, why? He feels like he has to do too much. Is that what it is? That's probably a good point. I could see that being the case. I could. What else do we have? Well, I have to go get ready to clock in. Thanks, JJ. Take care. Appreciate you, Doug. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate you too, David. MPB says the Iron Pigs are more fun to watch than the Phillies. I wish they were on TV more often. Yeah, how about Garrett Stubbs changing the culture? Maybe Garrett Stubbs is a culture guy. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we do need Stubbsy. Ugh, Stubbs. Gosh. Golly. Steve says Phillies need the ghost of Pete Rose to get the team average above 250. Well, maybe the ghost runner would help the Phillies in every inning. And maybe if it was Pete Rose. Maybe if Pete Rose was a ghost and he came onto this team and the Phillies also had a ghost runner, I wonder if they would still find ways to lose. This is how I get by with sarcasm. Steve, what's up, dude? I still think Topper is the scapegoat and K. Long is the Achilles heel. Hey, you might be right. I just think that you're the head at the helm. But maybe you're saying... So you're saying that maybe he's Nick Sirianni. Maybe he's Nick Sirianni, and he's just a facade. And Kevin Long is Brian Johnson. Huh. Interesting. I'll let that settle in. I will. Gideon. Oh, what's up, dude? Sad when you hope your team doesn't make the postseason, just to avoid the inevitable. At least right now, pain. Couldn't have said it any better. You said it well, my friend. Thanks, Gideon. Gideon also adds, why not call up Miller, Crawford, and Painter? What does this lifeless, no-culture team have to lose? If they do that, they're not following along with the analytics book, Rob Thompson's book, and or just the Phillies book, the Phillies analytics book, Phillies rule book, whatever you want to call it. It's not a part of the rules. It's not a part of the rules. They don't like to break rules. Unless it's last night. Last night they did break rules. Especially in that 11th inning. And that's how they won. They're going to wait like they did with J.P. Crawford. They'll bring up Justin Crawford when he's 28, 29. And it'll be late. And that's what's going to happen. Rather lose in the playoffs than not make it in, says Eagle Otto. Yeah, typical fan in me, of course. Would rather have them make it and get into the dance and then just lose. But regardless, I mean, let's think about why we feel the way that we feel. It's because right now this team is making it frustrating. Okay, you guys are investing something into this. Whether you like it or not, you're investing something into this. It's not just money. Some of you pay for cable. Some of you pay for merch. Some of you use your gas money to go to tailgates. That's money. But you're also investing your time. You're coming onto these streams, okay, and you are paying something. Some of you do pay for super chats, which you certainly don't have to do. Some of you are also paying in ads. And again, watch time does that. You're paying something, and you're not getting what you paid for. Imagine going to a restaurant every day, 162 times. You go to the restaurant, and they say that they have really good food. But you want to support them because they're owned by your friend. Okay? And sometimes, like, the food is really, really good. Like, it's outstanding. And other times, the meat's undercooked. You get the wrong order. Or it's just not done right. You're upset. You're upset. You did not get your dollar's worth. And that's not satisfying. And that's what it's like to be a fan of this. You know, you keep going to the same thing, hoping that something would be different. And again, you think that you're doing it for a good cause. And you're not getting the rewards. You're not getting the riches. That's the Phillies for you. Thank you all so much for being on here. Jiva Newts and Suzanne said that they got to go. I appreciate that. Edward, what's up, my friend? Hard to believe in a team that shows absolutely no heart. Same conversations. What are they? Are they really spending good quality time together? Do they need a break from each other? Maybe a reset would be a good thing for this team. God, I wish tomorrow was the All-Star break. Because I do also partly wonder if that could solve issues. Maybe I'm being optimistic. Maybe I'm being hopeful. I don't know. JJ, I'm just getting here. It's been a day. This is Ryan. But I know we lost. Love you guys. Right back at you, Ryan. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's been a day for me too, brother. But I'm happy to see you. It's always good to see you. Being passionate about a subject deserves patience. I hope the reset isn't the coach. Well, I hope that if they find the reset, I mean, you got to do whatever it takes to get the team back on track. So even if it's, no matter what it is, no matter what's going on, I mean, my gosh, if that's what's going to get your team to be better, you do it. You do it. You know, if you're dealing with an injury and somebody tells you that this is a cure, oh, you're going to do it. You hope that that's not the injury. But if that is going to cure you, oh, you're going to find a way to take that, man. You're going to try to find a way to, get your hands on that. Because you want to get better. That's the same thing with this baseball team. Joshua, what's up? JJ always covering the highs and lows. Let's go. We're always here, man. We're just venting, and we're just having a chat, you and I. That's all it is. It's a conversation between you and I. And it helps us get through good times and bad times, and it makes us learn. One thing tonight that I learned is that it doesn't matter if you have a good day or not. There's always something to work on. And when you look from the outside, okay, like I always look and I always ask myself, sometimes I fall into habits, like we all do. We're human. We make the same mistakes sometimes. And we know that if we keep repeating those things, it's gonna impact us. And the only way for those habits to break is if we change. And being on the outside looking in, this team is not breaking habits. And we all see it. We all see it. And while we want this team to get better, it makes you realize, well, if you don't change your habits, how are you going to change? You're the same person. You're doing the same thing. It's tough. It's tough. Gideon says, the answer feels obvious, but do you think Otto goes back down when Bryce comes back? Yeah, I do. I think Otto's going to go back down. They're clearly not going to send out Baumholtz, but it's not a bad question. It's not a bad question at all. Because who really deserves to be up here? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Does Bohm deserve to be up here? I know he had a 2-run single today. Does Marsh deserve to be up here? How about Wes Wilson? Do they deserve it? That's where I leave you with, man. I'm going to wrap it up. That's it for me. We'll be back on tomorrow's games at 1 o'clock. Got Luzardo going up against Ben Brown. We'll be covering the game. And just always remember that during these good and bad times, again, we have each other. And we're here to support one another. So, I love you all. As always, Lila Tov. Have yourselves a very fantastic night. Get some good sleep. Have a good night at work if you're doing a night shift. And see you all tomorrow. See you all tomorrow afternoon. Go Phils.